So how do you define real-time web? What does that mean to you?
Well, that's a great question. Real-time web to me is in a lot of ways about not lying to your user about what's underneath. A lot of times in a normal system, the database reflects something different than what you see on the screen because it's changed after the page load or whatever. And real-time is about making sure that you always are giving the user what you know rather than what you knew when the page loaded.
Interesting. So something like Google's instant search, which just came out recently, does that qualify in your definition as real-time?
Absolutely. Real-time is in a lot of ways, it's not just pushing things to the user, it's also kind of adjusting to what you know that they're trying to do. Because in a lot of ways, computers are faster than us at figuring things out like that. So I definitely consider instant search to be.
Sure. So now, in terms of content companies, like, I know you work at the New York Times, what types of content companies can actually benefit from the real-time web?
I think all of them can, and I think the difference is that this is not really a change from radio to television as much as it is a change from kind of movable type printing press to laser printers, where it's it gives you time to get your message to them quicker in a more efficient way. So I think all of the content companies can benefit from this. It's just about how they're going to use it and what they're going to do with it.
So what are the biggest mistakes those companies are making with this type of information?
I think the biggest mistake a lot of people are making is A, not using it, not updating in real time, and B, kind of the low-hanging fruit on a real-time experience is to just kind of push a river of news to the user, and I think that's generally not the best way to do things. There are other ways of one of the ones I look at is Huffington Post, where you load the page and later on the comment count updates because they know new comments are on there, and that's useful for a reader to see that kind of thing is happening. So I think those are kinds of the ways they benefit the most.
Sure. So the last question I have for you.
Okay.
Real-time information brings with it this idea that, I've got to keep up, I've got all this information that's coming into me. But do you think that the notion of information overload is actually an overblown concept?
Absolutely, yeah. I like to think, and I don't have the science to back this up, but pretty much since the printing press was invented, we've had more information than we could consume. People don't walk into a library and think to themselves, "Oh my, they don't go nuts." They know that not every book is for them, right? And so, I don't think anybody likes to see on read counts, things like that, because it's just like this is what you haven't done yet today. But I think the human mind and eye and brain are really good at adjusting and saying, like, this is what's important to me, and just kind of throwing out the rest of it. And I think I definitely think that information overload is overblown because of that.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.